So we'll jump straight into it here on the Bitcoin volatility chart we have here on bitcoinmagazine.pro.com. Now we can see even after the most recent dump we've had from the all-time highs about $126,000 to around $80,000 we wicked to on the daily time frame, we can see that we had a big spike up. This is the 2-week volatility, but now it's already in a period of contraction. No messing about today, we're straight into things. And I think now, even after just a few weeks, well, I say a few weeks, it's pretty much a month to the day since that big downside move, we've been in this kind of ranging contraction period for the Bitcoin price action. So straight over to TradingView, what we can see is if we just zoom in, Bitcoin is right now between two pretty key levels, two large areas, looking at the volume range profile we can see on the right hand side here of major buy pressure and sell pressure. If we can get a bit more of a confirmed move to the upside, then I think somewhere around kind of this 94 to 95, 96 maybe $1,000 region is going to be pretty influential for the Bitcoin price action. If I just grab the drawing tool, which I know is around here somewhere, and then we can see this has been a pretty key level for Bitcoin, acting as support and resistance on multiple occasions. And even recently, if we zoom in, we can see where the local highs were set just up there, was right in this area of sell pressure. So we are anticipating that to be a pretty key level to be watching. But beneath as well, we can see there's a pretty strong level of support between around $85,000 to $84,000. Now, we have had some wicks beneath that, but this red line here is the 2-year moving average, the 730-day moving average, again, providing a little bit of confluence. But if we just zoom in very closely on price action, like I said, we can see this almost coiling in of price action, and usually these periods of very low volatility don't last too long. If we just go back over here as well, one thing we need to take into consideration is, of course, it's nearly Christmas, so people are maybe thinking there's not going to be too much trading going on. But we can see from this article here, which is from Mexi, states that there's currently around $24 billion in options contracts set to expire on the 26th of December, Friday of this week. So this is monthly, quarterly, weekly, annually, derivative products all set to expire. And we can see that they're currently pointing towards some key major resistance levels at around $89,000, which if we just quickly go back to TradingView, we can see is slightly beneath where we currently are as I film this, around here. So that could be a key level to be watching. Potentially we can break that, flip it into support, then we'll march towards that $94,000, $95,000 region. But then beneath that, again, kind of providing some confluence with the technical levels we're seeing on the chart, around $85,000. What we can see is that there is a huge amount of heavy call concentration at $100,000. So if I just quickly go back to the chart here, what we can see is if we break above this major resistance level, then $100,000 is going to be the next area that we need to be watching. Big psychological level. We can see multiple different pieces of moving average here. We've got the 365-day, this orange line. This bright green line is the 50-day, and the 100-day is coming down as well. I think that's right. Have I got that right? Let me just quickly check. Always a professional. 100, 200, 1 year, and 730. So not 50, 100. Ignore that. 100 days the light green, 200 days the dark green, 1 year is the orange. We got there in the end, but as I've already given away, as I've clicked on the chart, there's a few different points we can be looking towards. So this is the first one here. Now this is an altered version of something we discuss quite regularly within our weekly subscriber analysis pieces, and this is the squeeze potential tool. So if I just go back over here, what we can see is this adjusted fast action squeeze potential, which, as I said, is a way we can almost track and gauge upcoming volatility, is showing that we're on the cusp of volatile trending price action move. And very quickly, I'll show this as well. Just above where the current price action is, again, just above that kind of resistance zone around $95,000, there's a huge growing area and cluster of short trade liquidation levels. So very quickly, if we can break above that, I would anticipate us to squeeze towards $100,000. But quickly, back to TradingView, this squeeze potential, we can see as I'm filming this, we're at this point now, very low contracting, coiling price action with growing volume gives us this squeeze potential metric, pointing towards the fact that Bitcoin could be on the cusp of a big move. And we can see here, if I just angle onto the chart, all the previous instances in this cycle where we've actually reached the upper echelons on this metric, we can see in every single instance it's resulted in price pretty immediately having a fairly notable period of price action. We can scroll back here and see price almost immediately, well, pretty much to the day, dropped by about 20% when this occurred. And on the next instance, we can see we had about 10% retracement before a 30% big expansion to the upside in price action. So this is another thing pointing towards the fact that we're likely to have a big breakout in price in the near future. And this orange line down here is just the Bollinger Bandwidth, which is again pointing towards the fact that even though we had a bit of a breakout, if you zoom out, it was a really actually fairly minute breakout in the grand scheme of things. In this cycle already, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instances where the Bollinger Band width expanded massively beyond that. And if we just go back to Bitcoin Magazine Pro here, again, we can see, even if we look at the most recent volatile breakout move, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 separate instances where the Bitcoin volatility actually expanded massively beyond where we recently set in this big downwards move. So even though it felt terrible, in the Bitcoin scheme of things, it's actually a fairly normal move for the Bitcoin price action. And one thing, again, final thing I'd just like to quickly throw on the chart as well, which I think will be a really interesting point to watch, is this is the Bitcoin Bitfinex longs and shorts. So this is the aggregated open interest specifically just on the Bitfinex exchange. And what we can see, this is now rapidly increased beyond levels that we've seen for many, many months, well, a couple of years practically. We can see in 2014, we had a peak around here, and that coincided just with Bitcoin reaching this bottoming price action before massively rallying to the upside before this open interest started decreasing as well. Then again, in 2025, we had this period here after Bitcoin had a retracement very similar to the price action we're seeing today, as Bitcoin was in these low contracting levels, found support on this moving average, bounced massively to the upside. So I do think we could see something similar, especially when we take into consideration that the price action that we're seeing in the current Bitcoin market looks eerily similar to what we did see back here in 2025. If I just grab the bars pattern tool here and grab it from when we had this break to the downside, again, beneath a very similar level of support to where we currently are today, and just align it with the price action that we've seen, it looks very, very similar to potentially what could play out, where we have a final wick beneath the lows that we've set, potentially resulting in huge amount of shorts coming into the market, longs liquidated, funding rates going negative, realized losses on the market. Everyone calling for a huge break to the downside, lower lows, etc., before faking them all out and moving up towards $100,000 before the end of the year, or at least in the first few days or weeks of January. So I think that there is a fairly strong possibility that we have some tomfoolery, if you'd like to call it, before the year is over and into the early stages of 2026. Like I said, it's rare for Bitcoin to remain in such a low period of volatility, such a short, tight range for an extended period of time like we have already been. And especially as we're getting confluence in support, confluence in resistance, a huge amount of volatility potentially driven by the derivative markets, expiries. And if I just go onto the 12-month chart here as well, what we can see is we're at a pretty crucial moment, I think, in price action. If I just hide everything else on the chart here so it's a little bit easier to see. If I just zoom in on the yearly chart here, Bitcoin is now on the cusp of potentially closing the year red or green. Now, just from a psychological perspective, potentially after everything we've gone through this year, upside, downside, fundamental news events, catastrophes, etc., if we can close the year green, I think it'd be a pretty big boost and benefit for the bulls going into 2026. Lots of B's there. Whereas if we do close red, obviously it doesn't look great. But what we can see is Bitcoin has never had consecutive red years. So maybe if we close red this year, 2026 will be very much to the upside. So just to summarize, 2025 is likely to end with some tomfoolery for Bitcoin, with price action coiling and contracting between two major levels of support and resistance. And there's a huge amount of option contracts expiries. Did I write expiry? For the weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly derivative traders expiring this week. I did get there in the end. So imagine there'll be a fair amount of quick moves in both directions. If you actually zoom in on the lower time frames, we've had these pretty notorious or infamous BART patterns where we have these big pumps to the upside, lots of sideways, nothing really happening, big jump to the downside, or vice versa. So I'd imagine as that kind of $80,000 level and $100,000 level, as we get closer to expiry, lots of bears are going to be trying to break to the downside. Lots of bulls are going to be trying to push to the upside, because again, as soon as they expire, if we're above or beneath one of those levels, we're going to start seeing lots of squeeze potential and lots of volatility continuing within the market. So I would imagine that before the end of the week, or at least by the end of the year, we do see Bitcoin make local lows beneath $80,000, in which case I actually think is a fairly good area to maybe start quite aggressively accumulating Bitcoin. But if we can match above that resistance at around $95,000, then there's not much between $100,000 and us, but breaking above 100K with the yearly 200, 100-day moving averages, all that, a short-term holder realized price and everything, I think it's going to be a tall order for us to break through that on the first attempt. But it wouldn't actually surprise me to see both of these outcomes happen. Maybe a quick low set, everyone piling into short positions, all the bullishness in the market completely gone, the bear market is truly upon us, to then come back to the upside, wipe out traders in both directions as Bitcoin likes to do. Like I said, no messing about in this one today. It's nearly Christmas week. We're all semi-retired for the time being. So if you did like this video, then please leave a like below and potentially subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Make sure you check out Bitcoin Magazine Pro to to look at all the resources we discussed today. And as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.